We are. It says it's streaming. Hello, everybody.
There we go.
All they do is talk, talk. Talk, 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 talk. All they do is talk, talk. Talk, 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 talk. All they do is talk, talk.
We got it. Finally.
Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
Welcome to
I didn't
Talk
realize
Talk.
I had to leave the Facebook, my browser open. I closed it. Because I don't remember leaving it open last time. I don't remember. So anyways, we're not going to the music. We discussed this before. We are going to go without the music because I can just cut it, put it in for the YouTube. So
And David was going to sing, but I told him to go ahead and spare us. I was going to dance, but you know, we're late and we want to catch up, and you guys don't want to see that anyway. Trust me.
I can sing still.
You can. You can sing, play guitar. You can do all of that.
You want me to sing?
Go ahead. Do it. I'll dance.
You want me to sing something you can dance to?
I'm already dancing. You should be singing because I'm dancing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like I don't know, strangers in the night. No.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
that's it.
you can't dance that.
Okay. Welcome to the dating game.
Welcome to the dating game, the do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts.
Because I apparently need some tips on what I should be doing and not expecting like sandwiches and tacos. And I don't really get that.
Time out. I didn't say you shouldn't expect them, but there's a time and a place to expect them in dating. It's not necessarily that you're going to,
Oh, right.
you know, there's
The
kind
girl
of,
who makes a sandwich on the first date.
she might be a keeper actually.
Right?
Just saying. If she-
Right?
but it also depends. I don't know that, you know, here's what we're going to talk about. If she's going to make you a sandwich on the first date, it kind of depends. Is she at your house making a sandwich on the first date? Then no, she's not a keeper.
Oh, is that it's wrong to make a sandwich at your house?
I think so. Because think about it. She feels that comfortable already to just be all up in your business, opening up your refrigerator and going through your drawers. Or does she already know where everything is because she's been stalking you?
Well,
I don't
wait,
think
she's
she-
going through your drawers.
Yeah.
Is that a little bit forward? We haven't even made a sandwich yet.
Exactly. And on the first date, should she be at your house? So now if she's at Deli Delicious or Subway and she's making you a sandwich, I don't have a problem.
Oh, she's
with that.
the Subway girl?
She's a Subway girl. They're Deli Delicious. You know, Quiznos. If there's
Hey, you can't go wrong with like, you know, dating a Subway girl, right? She already knows how to make sandwiches.
she knows how to handle that 12 inches. Catherine Miller, hi.
You're as bad as Shanti. All right.
Hi, Catherine. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you for joining us.
Hey. Hi, guys.
Just traded one brunette for another, right?
That's it,
I
right?
don't have her great accent or her beautiful eyes. But anyway, no, we both love you very much, and we wanted to give you some tips and do's and don'ts for dating to put you at the top of the chain.
And I'll go ahead and do Hill Oxen tonight, and then we'll go ahead and go from there.
Oh, I
Does
you're
that sound
at
good?
many talents.
I can do that. All
Can you
right, let's do
can you
that.
do it the whole show?
I'll do it the whole show if you like.
Wow, very nice. Hi,
This is
Kelly.
my life, so you know that's what I do.
I want to hear you say hello to the ladies in your accent.
Hello, ladies. How are you? Catherine Miller. Hi, guys. She says. Cheryl Wallace Garber says hello. Kelly Lewis says hello, all. And there we are. So, oh, Bobby Burns says hi. There may be a little delay between the Facebook and this, but
Okay.
I think we can capitalize on what we're doing here on Facebook Live today. We're talking about the do's and don'ts live on Facebook with the wonderful Tanya and the not so wonderful David Lofi.
Oh, he's just a little bit wonderful. He's a little bit
Not much.
wonderful. Okay, so let's get down to business because people don't want to hear us ramble. That's the last thing. They're going to tune out if they're hearing us ramble.
That's right. No rambling.
No
Go ahead.
rambling. Okay, so
Give me some tips. I'd like to know what I need to do in order to be a better dater.
well, here's the deal. we're going to change it up a little bit because I think that if I make a comment, people would probably like it or not like it. But let's do the whole thumbs up and hearts thing.
All right.
Do you mind if I take the hearts? Because I like hearts.
That sounds great. You take the hearts and I'll take the thumbs up. And right now you're on Talk with David Lothian and Tonya Griggs. And we're here doing a show. We are on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and share. And invite your friends to the Facebook page. We always can use more people on the page. That makes it more the merrier. So it makes it really fun. Go ahead, Tonya. Oh, Marty Richards says, however, Tonya, you don't have hair flippy habits Shanti has. Yes.
There, how's that?
Add some of that. I'll make a video about it. Well, she does this whole thing where her whole hair moves the whole show.
Marty, thank you. I will try because those are big shoes to fill. Not necessarily that she has big feet, but Shanti is quite the person to be the understudy for. So I'll try to remember hair flip and all that. And David will do the morphing accent. But what we're going to do tonight is
that's my real voice. I do that. But Kelly Lewis says, "Be still, my heart."
Aw, how sweet.
What does that mean?
It means your accent is wonderful, and she must love your.
She must like my English accent.
I don't know.
Shanti, help. I was talking to Shanti this morning, and she's talking about me wearing that skirt over there across the aisle. And I'm not sure I'm going to wear a skirt. I don't think I can do that.
I don't think it's called a skirt, David.
No, I think they call it a skirt.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So anyway,
in England we call it a skirt. The Scots over there they call it a dress or something. I don't know, something else.
Okay. We're going to get to the do's and don'ts, give you some tips. I can guarantee you right now that our viewers are not going to like everything I have to say. I'll ruffle some feathers, which I think you're kind of into that, David.
Oh, I love ruffled feathers. Nothing like some ruffled feathers.
And all the tips that I'm going to give are the things that we're going to talk about, these points. They are not necessarily one size fits all. So I don't mean to say that this is a hard and fast rule or that every single person needs to stick to these. I think that you need to adjust them for whatever fits you, but these are always a really good starting point. Are you ready?
Shanti Niven chimed in. She says, hello from training.
Hi.
Hello, Shanti. How are you?
Sending her kisses.
We're sending you kisses.
Big hearts and kisses. Hello, Miss.
Kisses on Facebook. I think there's thumbs up, hearts, smileys.
Well, I just blew her
tears and angry faces.
I just blew her kisses. So there you go.
Can do that.
Okay. All right. So my first tip for you, David, and this one is a serious one. So I don't know if you're going to be able to handle it because you're not usually very serious. But the first tip is make sure that you are actually ready to date. Be sure that your confidence level, your self-worth, your self-value, your self-awareness, your self-love, all of that, and your knowledge of dating is on point and within reason before you start dating.
Okay, so 1 minute. Are you saying that I don't feel self-confident? Is that what you're trying to say?
No,
I think you said that I may be a little insulted by some of these. Or is that one of them?
No.
I just thought I noticed. All right.
No, not at all. What I'm saying is that before you or any person starts dating, you really need to make sure that you're ready to date, that your heart and your mind and your self-awareness and your self-esteem, that they're all kind of in line. They're reasonably
I can agree with that.
You agreed with
I'm 100%. I'm going to agree with you. I don't agree with Shanti all the time. It's only because she's got that strange American accent.
I just have to stop and say Molly Johnson said, hey, and she's watching from Alaska. In fact, I think she's in Wasilla, which is my hometown. So, hey, Molly, I hope you chime in.
Hey, Molly.
Hey, Molly.
Hey, Molly.
Isn't that like a type of drug or something? Okay. Anyway, let's not talk about that.
I don't know. Tell me, is it?
Yes, it's a happy pill.
Did you read the effects? Can you tell me what you read about the effects of it?
It makes you extremely giddy and smile from ear to ear. It gives you a good time because anytime you're around Molly, it's a great time. Okay, let's go on. We're rambling. All right. Are you ready?
Go ahead. Give me another.
You're going to start dating. Be honest from the start. There are so many times that people just are not honest with the other person because they're afraid of what they're going to say or think. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, then absolutely put that out there. If you're not interested in something long-term, if you're not looking for a commitment and you just want to be casual or hook up, then please be honest. Man or woman, just be totally honest from the front.
That's a very good way to start the relationship. Now, William Brown says he's ready, no takers. And Michelle Brooks says, Albright. Hey, Tonya.
Okay, Michelle is another.
Oh, she's Michelle Brooks Albright.
Yes. So Michelle
Uh,
Albright is a cheerleader with me along with Molly. We all cheered together at different times, and we're all from Alaska. So hey,
You cheered for the football game?
football, basketball, wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah,
Little pom-poms?
big pom poms.
Oh, big ones.
This is the 80s. We had
Okay.
big pom poms. Anyway, as far as the being honest thing, so here's what happened. I have a girlfriend she's currently single, but she wasn't single. She met somebody and they dated for about 12 weeks. This just recently happened. During that time when they started dating, they both agreed that they were going to date exclusively. They had that conversation. It was very open and honest. And so for 12 weeks, they took out of town trips, would go out to dinner, all of those wonderful things that couples are doing and, when they're spending time together, getting to know each other. Again, they both agreed that this was going to be exclusive. There was some concern though and this is going to lead up to my next point, that for dating do's and don'ts, there were quite a few instances where her gut was kind of telling her that something was off. And hopefully she's watching the show, because I told her that I was going to discuss this tonight. But she had a few times where her gut was telling her something was not quite right. Well, last Thursday, she actually saw him out on a date. He had been texting her that he couldn't meet up with her. He was not honest about why he couldn't meet up with her. He was telling her things that it was his son was over for the weekend and it was an unplanned visit and he was spending time with his son. And lo and behold, within 5 minutes of receiving these text messages from him, she saw him out on a date with another woman.
Wow.
He still had his dating profile up. Yeah. So my next point is trust your gut, because during that 12 weeks, there were instances, things that had happened where her gut was kind of telling her this isn't quite right. And he would explain it away. So the point number 2 and point number 3 kind of tie in together. Just be honest and then trust your gut if you feel something. So
That sounds like good advice, I'd say.
yeah.
Marty Richardson says, I disagree. Sometimes walking on the thin ice on a new date will give you confidence. I'm not
Walking
sure I
on thin
agree
ice.
completely with that. William Brown says, evening from Virginia.
Oh, well, hello. I've been to Virginia.
Either that or it's the Veterans Administration. I'm not sure, but
Something like that. Either way.
I'm
them.
going with Virginia.
I'm going with Virginia. Since we're shouting out to the states. Checking in from California.
Checking in from California, dude.
From California, dude. So anyways, yes, please be honest. If you decide that you do not want to be in an exclusive relationship, then just tell them straight from the beginning so that people can make informed decisions and then your gut doesn't have to get all upset. Yeah, Catherine, he was a creep. Catherine Miller says, what a creep. Absolutely. And I am giving dating advice on Talk with David Lofi. I'm filling in for Shanti Niven. This is Tanya Griggs. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, invite your friends. We have many Talk pages, but you all have to be a member of this original Talk group. Share the videos on YouTube. There's some great games, some fun information, and some serious topics too. David's not always fun and games and sarcasm. He's also very serious. So hopefully it'll help you out. Okay. Are you ready for the next one? This one is specifically for women, specifically. So David, I would love for you to give me your honest and serious opinion on this, but
all righty. Should I do it in the accent?
you can do it however you want.
You told me I have to do this all the way through the show, so I thought I would.
All the way. All right. Never chase a man, and that includes sending consecutive messages as prompts without getting a reply.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
No?
I don't think not chase. I mean, it just depends on what you should give some, some people, like especially autistic people on the spectrum, don't necessarily get so much the hints so much. It takes them a little bit more to process all the information. And then also you have people who are, you know, I read something on one of the pages, and somebody made a very good point, was that the nice guys, or the guys that women don't go for, they go for the bad guys because they're more aggressive towards women, and so they end up with a bad guy, right? And the nice girl, they kind of like don't, because the guy is not as aggressive towards making the moves all towards him. So I think that the woman has to make some hint or suggestion or whatever if she's interested, because otherwise he just doesn't know.
Okay.
Then,
So-
so do I think that the woman should not? I don't think that's the case at all. If she's interested, I think I mean, I don't know about, you shouldn't be hiding in the person's closet. I don't think that's a very good idea. I've never seen anybody. It's never worked out for any girls who've hidden in my closet, but I'd say
This is a little bit more towards, you know, this is the beginning of dating. We're not talking about, you know, you've been on several dates. This is, you're getting to know each other. There's definitely some mutual interest. And we've got some people chiming in. Marty Richardson says, doesn't dating have some kind of honor code? And I think it does.
I think in the past, but I don't think so much with
No?
that there. I mean, I don't think that, yeah, there's honor code, of course, but I think that when we're talking about this subject, we're talking about should she or shouldn't she be contacting him? And well, of course she should. It shows interest. But if he turns around and shows that he's not showing interest, then she can pull back and then see if he moves forward. That's the game of the relationship in the beginning, and as it goes, isn't it?
I like it. I do like it.
So I don't think that it's wrong to like say, hey, I don't think there's a cut rule that says, hey, don't message anybody, don't give anybody anything, don't, because you're not giving anybody clues, and the person may not have an idea of what you want or don't want. You know,
So if a woman is texting you and you're not necessarily replying to every single one of her texts, but she continues to text you as prompts, maybe asking a question, hoping, you know, something that will get you to respond, you are not going to be turned off by that and think that she's chasing you?
well, it depends. It depends on where that goes and stops. I don't think that if the woman continues, I think that, yeah, there becomes a point where there becomes the person who is the chaser and the chasee. And sometimes I believe that it's better to let their man be the hunter, because men are hunters and women are naturally, you know, gatherers.
Right.
So they're gathering the sticks and whatever. Men are out hunting for the meat.
The sticks in the bed.
And you know, the herbs and things to make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Anyways,
exactly.
so I think that yeah, I think that it's very, you know, likely that it's not unlikely today. Traditional ways, if we looked at traditional ways of traditional things, I think that, yeah, that was this mainstream way that things were said.
Right.
But there were a lot of other factors that were not taken into account there. And so some women would end up with men that they really didn't really want to be with or need to be with.
Right.
Maybe not.
I see your point.
For them. So I don't say that it's a one way or all. I think that you should give some and take some.
Good point. And like I said in the beginning, these are not one size fits all. These are not hard and fast rules. And we have a lot of people chiming in. I wanted to say hi to Lois because she's watching. So hi, Lois. I'm so happy you're watching. I hope Brandy's watching too. William Brown said, Shanti taking time off, I guess. No, actually, I am Shanti's understudy when she's unable to be here, and she's not taking time off. She is doing a training. So she was unable to fulfill her commitment for the show and asked me to fill in, and I was very honored and blessed.
Right. So Tony went ahead and filled in for her place, and then I want him filled in for her accent.
Yeah.
If you missed that part.
Although Shanti's is better. Sorry, David. Not trying to be mean, but
come on now. I don't think so at all. She's
Shanti.
Oops. I'm a little Australian there.
a little bit.
The Barbie.
So Kelly Lewis was saying never ever, and I think that she was talking about chasing men, that she would never ever chase a man. Brian Liggett, who's one of my besties, said some of us are clueless. Okay, he might be a little bit clueless when it comes to women and dating, but I'm only going to say a little bit because that man is super intelligent and very aware. But I don't think that he sees himself as wonderfully as we do. William Brown said, nice guys like me finish last. I don't think so, but I always grew up with the feeling that you always save the best for last. So if a nice guy's finishing last, it's because he was the best. Kelly Lewis said, I used to be into bad boys, but not anymore. Good for you. I think that's probably a wise decision. Instead of a bad boy, go for a grown-up man. I kept it clean. I didn't use any bad words.
Was there a bad word in there?
Yeah, grown ass.
Grown ass man. Oh, gotcha.
Grown ass man instead of a ungrown ass man. Brian Liggett said, a lot of women are not interested in nice guys. That is fine. Let people choose who's the best fit for them. And I agree. You know, it's funny because I can only speak for myself and some of the friends that I have. I don't think it's necessarily that we don't go for the nice guys. That's not it. Like Kelly's saying, you know, she's not going for bad guys. It's just that sometimes they do bad things and then they get that label of being a bad guy. So it's not like I'm looking at a quote unquote nice guy saying, I don't want you. It's just, as Brian's saying, whoever you're interested in, that's who you're going to be attracted to. Do you want to read some of these comments?
I think you're completely wrong.
Oh, go for it. Tell me how.
Girls go for the bad guys. That's all there is to it. Let's see, where'd you leave off? Kelly Lewis says,
I like William Brown. I'm only bad when the situation calls for it.
Okay, Kelly Lewis, I say if you send a text and don't get a response, stop. Well,
100%.
I can agree with that. Yeah, you shouldn't be like continue to like text, not get a response.
Yeah.
Unless maybe you were already in a conversation with him, going, "Hey, what the hell is jail?" You know. So, but if you want, then you're not getting a response. Then yeah, it's time to like stop.
Yeah, stop giving them so much grace and leeway.
Like if you're in the middle of talking to somebody and all of a sudden it stops, it's a little bit different, right?
Right.
William Brown says there's one female on Facebook who keeps coming up and going in and out of my life. One day she says she loves me, and the next she tells me leave her alone. And I've got one thing to say to you, William Brown. That is women.
No, I don't think
Catherine
so.
Miller says, David Law. Let's move on. Come on, Catherine Miller. Brian is awesome. Jill caught a good one.
Yes.
Brian Liggett, Tanya, and Jill have both shared that if a gal is texting good morning or good night, that she's interested.
True.
I thought it was just friendly.
True.
Well, yeah. Okay. Let's go on. That's bull. Anyway.
Oh, no. Time out. Stop. Time out.
It used to be that it was a hunter-gatherer. What? I'm sorry. I said it wrong.
No. If a woman is taking the time to tell you good morning or good evening, those kind of text messages, sharing her day, she's absolutely 100% interested. And any woman that tells you that she's not interested by saying when she texts you good morning, I want to look her in the eye and I want her to tell me that that's untrue because I won't believe her. If a woman's texting you that, she's absolutely interested in you. And she's testing the ground to see how interested you are in her.
Oh,
100%.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, I don't say that I would disbelieve that. I've just had situations that were not all of them. Like I've said, I think in the last year I probably dated about 8 different girls and had communications back and forth. But I wouldn't say that's necessarily the case in all of the girls that I've kind of interacted with. Anyways, Marty Richardson, it used to be that it was a hunter-gatherer was defined societal positions. Now with some variety of equality, women have the upper position defining allowable conduct. I think they've always defined allowable conduct. Don't you? That's going to be me in trouble, he says. You think so?
Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to get him in any trouble. There has definitely been a tide shift. I would agree that women do have a little bit more advantage when it comes to dating and who they're choosing. I'm not saying that that's true across the board. I'm not saying that's 100% always accurate, but for the most part, I do think that women kind of control that flow when it comes to long-term commitment dating. Now, when it comes to just hooking up and casual dating and going out and, you know, dating a bunch of people and having a lot of nets out there, I think that men control that part. But yeah, when it comes to having something more serious and being one-on-one, I definitely think women have the control in that. I love that Kelly is on my side and she's giving me the yes girl.
She says, yes, girl.
Heart.
William Brown says, so I'm just going with the flow.
That's always a good
You
idea.
are on Talk Talk with David Lofi and Tanya Griggs, and we are here doing the show on do's and don'ts in dating. We're getting a lot of good information back from all of you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our YouTube channel, and invite people back to the Facebook page. Tonight, we're doing thumbs up for me and hearts for the lovely Tanya.
Aw. Okay, I'm gonna give you a tip, and it's mostly for women. This is probably not going to be popular. This is not going to be a popular tip. I have a feeling that you're going to have something to say about this, but I think that in the long run, let me preface this by saying that if you are looking at dating for something serious, a commitment that is exclusive, this tip is something you really need to stick with, because I think it'll help narrow the field and weed out the people who wouldn't necessarily be in line with your thought process. But this is going to be an unpopular idea. It's pretty conservative, but I have two of them that are like this. I had to type it out because it's kind of long. The first date must be a coffee or non-alcoholic drink for an hour. If he says, I'd like to take you for drinks and dinner, you should say something like, as much as I'd love to be wined and dined, I'd much prefer a quick coffee so that we can get to know each other better. Now, this is first dating. And if he objects to that or persists on the wining and dining, then it's really probably likely that he's just looking for a hookup or looking for sex. Now, if he agrees to it and you end up meeting for the coffee or the non-alcoholic drink, and it's going well on that first meeting or that first date, extend it for 2 hours, because then that kind of subconsciously helps build his confidence and you can get to know each other better. I know that's not.
Then you have sex.
No, that is my next point, third or fourth down here. You don't have
the fourth point. We don't even, we're going to the third or fourth point before we get to sex. What's going on here?
No, you don't.
That's not how it is across the pond.
No, you have to wait to have sex. It's not going to last if you're giving it up the first off. No, he's not going to value. Now, listen, this wasn't only my idea. This actually came from a very good friend of mine. I'm not going to tell his first name, but it's on my own personal Facebook page. So I took it straight from him, that if you are giving up sex early with him, he is not valuing you. Men don't value what they can take easily. And I fully agree. You should not be having sex on the first day. I mean, I'm not going to judge you for that. That's your own decision. I'm just saying that if you want it to last and you want it to be you want to be valued and you want a long-term relationship, then having sex on the first date is not a good idea.
Now, I don't disagree with that. Actually, I think that if you've had sex on the first date, for the most part, I don't expect anything after that. Right? Until, now, if that person contacts me after that point, then I might think, oh, well, we'll see where that goes from there.
Right.
But from in the first part, I don't necessarily, if that was, to ever happen. So Catherine Miller says, I'm friendly, but I throw subtle hints.
Subtle.
Where's it being there?
Subtle. That's a good.
Brown, Tanya, are you single? We'll discuss that later.
Carol
Leslie, she's chasing him in that situation, and that does not build attraction with a man.
No,
Daniel Lofi, we're just going to forget everything he says. He has nothing of anything.
Oh, stop that. He says, hello all, Dan is here. Marty Richardson says, your accent sucks, Dave.
I think I've got a pretty good accent. Marty, are you English? Then you have no idea.
Oh.
Daniel says, lol, David, are you trying to sound like Shanti Niven? If so, give it to us.
No.
Andy Morrow says, I like conservative.
Give it up.
That's not what he said.
Yeah, I can we just.
You started this. You told me to.
Okay, well, I didn't realize it was going to
You
spiral
said the
into
whole
this.
show. I'll go ahead and go with it.
No, let's get rid of the accent because I didn't realize it was going to spiral into this whatever it is that you're speaking.
I can go ahead and do another accent. Would you like me
No,
to do something else?
let's just do David Lofi's natural voice. You have a good voice. You have a nice voice.
I could do.
Yeah, let's not and say we did. So Catherine Miller said, I agree, Tanya, sad but true. Unfortunately, yeah, there's a lot of times when I know that I'm saying things that are right as far as like the guys chasing them and or giving up sex too soon. And again, these are generalizations. It is not hard and fast, but it is a sad but true situation. Lori, I'm gonna butcher her last name. Kretschmar. I'm so sorry. Lori, I apologize for butchering your name.
Mhm.
But she said, I'm not in the market to date, but I think that's an excellent idea. And I've already forgotten what the idea was, but thank you.
Danny
'cause that's
Mara
not
says, but
important.
how long?
But how long? And if she ain't putting out, she is getting out. Oh, you know what, Daniel? I like that because guess what? You just confirmed my point that if I'm looking for something long-term and I'm looking for a commitment that's exclusive and I'm not putting out and you want me to get out, then you are not the man for me. Holy cow.
Oh, there you go. That's a comeback there. And then he tells me to be myself.
Yes. Thank
I
you.
don't think I'm going to do that tonight. I'm kidding. I only started that because
Because I thought you were going to
go back and watch the beginning and see how this started.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So we've got some more points. Let's get to these points because I want to hear what
all
you
right,
have.
get your points. We got a game to play
Okay. So the next
and something to reveal.
Yes. Oh. Oh.
The
Okay.
story.
So anyway, don't overshare and don't talk about your past.
Overshare
lovers or
what?
exes. You know, about your
past?
about your past.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
overshare. And definitely don't talk about your past lovers or past exes. Nobody wants to know. Nobody
Yeah.
cares. It's not good table talk. It's not good on a date. Please
Yeah.
don't do it. Men or
Yeah, I
women.
think if you're still talking about it, then you're probably still dealing with it.
Agreed.
Because once you've gotten over it, you're like, hey, it's who cares? I mean, you know what I mean?
Men do not want to hear about the men that you have been with because men are territorial. And women can be territorial as well. And women can be jealous. They can be a little bit more emotional. And they certainly don't want to hear about your ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, ex-lovers. You know,
Right.
they don't want to know. So just
Mhm.
don't do it. The point that we were making earlier about what Daniel was saying is, if you're looking for a long-term relationship and you do want something exclusive, if you are looking for your last first date, if you're looking for your last first kiss, that person that you think you're going to spend a lifetime with, then definitely you need to wait to have sex. Honestly, it's the healthiest choice as far as my own opinion, that you are going to have a better chance of having that long-term commitment if you put it off. Now, I'm not trying to push my values on you. I'm just saying that from the people that I've talked to and yes, my own beliefs and the things that I've seen, that if you put it off, it just, I don't know, it holds more validity and more seriousness to the relationships rather than just hooking up and getting it on. Did I just say getting it on? I did.
Get it on.
Good
Ooh,
song.
ooh, get it. Hey, let's get it on.
Listen to your
Anyway,
breath.
Kira Leslie says, don't have sex until you know a man has fallen for you. Not an American thing, generally, but the key to finding love.
Agreed.
Okay, now we're going back to American thing. Is she English?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Daniel says, I can say that because I'm married and have been for 34 years. He's lying. Anyways, trust me, I have experience and know all.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh.
He's a Lofi.
All right, let's
He has
go to
experience and
some
knows all.
physical questions. Some physics questions. I've had a couple questions here that I need answered, and I'm gonna have
So
to.
you are on Talk with David Lofi and special guest Tanya Griggs. We're talking about dating do's and don'ts. Please like and subscribe, like the Talk Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share it. There's some great advice. It's not always just us rambling. Invite your friends. We have other Talk pages, but you need to be a member of this original Talk page. So Carol Leslie, ladies, let the man be the man. Holy cow. Yes, absolutely. 100%. If a man is opening the door for you, if he is helping you to your seat, if he's helping you put a coat on, holy cow, accept that, because that is a gift. He is treating you like you are special and treasured. Let the man be the man.
Let him.
100%.
Right.
I agree.
Be like a lovely lady. I don't disagree with that.
Yes.
I can't understand when that's like, oh, I can't stand that. I had a very conservative girlfriend years ago who had this. She met these new people, and they weren't as conservative, and she kind of gave me a bunch of crap about stuff like that, and I was like, what? And we had already been dating like 2.5 years or something, right?
Wow.
And I was like, what? So, I said, okay, fine. So shortly after one incident, I just walked out, didn't hold the door for her or anything, and it scuffed her new shoes, and she was pissed at me. And I said, what?
You can't have it both ways.
Get your door yourself. No. Anyway, so Daniel Lofi says, so how long should they put it off? Put it off?
I think he's talking about sex.
Oh, okay.
So again, Daniel, if you were listening from the beginning, there's no hard and fast rule. These are just suggestions to help you be more successful. And if you're asking me personally, now, if you're asking my personal opinion, I'm going to say until you're married. That's just my personal opinion. However, I don't think that that's very realistic. And I don't think that most people, I do know a couple that is waiting until they get married. And I do know quite a few couples that have waited or did wait until they got married and they're still married. Again, I'm realistic and I don't think that most people will follow that. But I would say wait until you've at least had 4, public out in the open dates. And I'm not saying 4 consecutive dates in the same week. I mean, you've been dating for several months. You can see that you're fully committed to each other, and wait is.
I was going with your 4 dates. I'm just trying to figure that out too. Like 4 dates, you're done.
You're done?
It's like, I'm in there.
David.
This is date 4. Time to wax the legs. Anyways.
Okay.
What? Is that not how it works?
No, but let's go on, because this is gonna open up a whole nother can of worms. Daniel Lofi, it's a Lofi thing. We know all. Oh, please don't make his head grow anymore.
That's him. I can't. I am a Lofi, but I cannot say I know all.
Yeah.
Most everything, but not all. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyways, Marty Richardson says, I walk into a bar and sat next to this waitress station. Cocktail lady walked up, got her order, and I told the bartender, I'm going to marry that woman.
Wow.
I did years later. Love her until the day she died. I'm sorry, Marty.
I'm so sorry.
Wait,
but
I
what
still love her.
What a heartwarming story.
Yeah.
One of my best friends has a story identical to that. They have been married, I think it's 27 years. I think she's watching. She said she was going to be watching. It's about 27, 28 years that they've been married. And she was working at a restaurant as a server, cocktail server. And her husband, future husband, but her husband walked in and knew right away that he wanted to marry her, and told her that first night of laying eyes on her that he was going to marry her. He did actually. Her piece of advice to me, which I wasn't originally going to share, was she said on the first date, no touching. And I said, what do you mean no touching? And she said, you don't hug them, which I fell out of my chair because you know me, I hug everybody, whether you want it or not. But she said, no hugging, no kissing, no nothing on the first date. And I said, you got to be crazy. I'm going to hug somebody. And
this was before the coronavirus.
Well, yeah, she does believe in a 6 foot, personal space.
The boundary, yeah.
Yeah, the boundary, the social boundary. But her husband did not. The first time on their first date, he did not hug her, kiss her, do anything, no physical contact whatsoever. And like I said, they've been married about 27 or 28 years. So it worked for them. I couldn't do the no hugging thing. I could do the no kissing on the first date, I think. But
I think it depends on the people and depends on the woman. And there's a lot of different factors in there. So I think we all are brought up differently. My family, very brought up into you're married for life. You get
Yes.
married, and both my parents were married for their entire life. So I believe that's a factor. And, you can't stop somebody, or you can only do what you do for a relationship. So
Right.
I'm in the middle of divorce, but it doesn't mean that I didn't believe in that value.
Correct.
Daniel Lofi says, oops, he went away.
Oh,
See if he's being a man, treat him like a man. See if he's being a man, treat him like a man, and put out. Okay. All right. So put it off, I think is what he meant to say. Like
I
Kelly
think that's what he
by
said.
saying
That
put
was a
it off.
typo there. Yeah.
It's not a root canal.
Yeah.
I have a story, but I have to make my own video show. Interesting.
Yeah.
Marty Richards says, I wooed her. God, this thing keeps skipping. I wooed her with biscuits and gravy. Interesting.
I love biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits
Especially
and
from
gravy
Happy's.
are good. We have a biscuit and gravy story.
We
I would shake hands.
do
I'm
have a
British.
biscuit and gravy story. And a
Huh?
Hawaiian French toast story. And
Carol Leslie is British.
oh,
There you go.
yeah.
And Laura Regnicoli
See?
is Italian.
Yes.
Hunger too. And now I can
Hugger. She's a hugger because we Italians, we're lovers. Italians are lovers. We're very loving. We're very touchy-feely. We don't believe in personal space. This whole quarantine has got to be killing her because we touch you when we talk to you. We hug you. We are very touchy-feely.
Now we know why. What's going on?
You didn't know I was Italian?
No, I'm talking about what's going on in Italy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They just couldn't get their hands off everybody.
Okay. how do you
Marty
know
Richards
that's
said, my parents got married after 4 days and it lasted till death to them part. And that's very good possibility. I mean,
Yeah.
I know somebody who met somebody and they were married till death did them part.
Yeah.
They met each other one day, and I think a week later they were married, and then a week after that he died. So
Oh,
no,
how's that?
that was not.
Oh,
But it was.
David.
I thought I had to say that.
Oh my goodness.
But there
Okay.
was till death to them part. Anyways, Carol Leslie. Ooh, R.O. I can't hug a stranger.
I can. I do it all the time. I hug strangers
Laura
all the time.
agrees with you. Yeah, I don't have a problem necessarily. It's something that I had to grow with when I was younger than them. I didn't look at people. I didn't that's not different. Anyways, Audra Parker says, I'm of Southern heritage, so biscuits and gravy is
Nice.
a winner in my book.
So we're going to Audra's for breakfast. Is that what I heard? Is that what
That
you're
is
reading?
it.
Yeah. I love biscuits.
Exactly.
Body by carbs.
Body by carbs. All right, so let's go on to your next one. After I say that we are on Talk with David Lofi and Tanya Griggs, and we are here live. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and share on our YouTube channel. Invite people to the group,
Please.
and let's carry on. Go ahead. Oh, we're giving me thumbs up,
Yes.
and we're giving her some hearts.
Give me some love. Okay, how do you feel about this dating tip, David? I have a feeling that if you're serious about answering this, I know what the answer is going to be. But if he asks you out on a date, he pays. No Dutch. If he asked you out, he's paying.
I think that goes both ways.
That's why I said if he. Now, if she asks you out, absolutely, she should pay. If I ask a man out on a date, I'm going to pay. Although I did one time ask a man on a date and I came fully prepared to pay for dinner. We went to Teppanyaki and he pulled out his credit card to pay for dinner. And I said, no, this is my treat. I invited you. I asked you to come. And he said, there is no way I am allowing you to pay for our dinner. And he said, that is not the way I was raised. And I said, I appreciate that, but please let me pay. And he insisted again the second time. And after that, I did not argue because I thought that would be disrespectful for me to argue the point with him. And I graciously accepted. But Yeah, I was
Right
ready.
now, I don't mind even if the person asked me if I paid or whatever. It's not unlike me to pay anyway. So, but often, and I question that too. But I do go on the defense if the person asks you or whatever you're expected to. I think there's no expected necessarily today, and only because, I mean, I don't know. I am more traditional as far as it goes, but let me catch some of these up. Catherine Miller serves. My parents were married after 2 months. They were together
Oh,
66 years before my dad passed.
that's wonderful.
Oh, yeah, it's something. 66
Wait a
years.
minute. Daniel Lofi says, "Where is Shanti Niven? Why? Do you not want to
We
have
got rid of Shanti.
coaching?
We exchanged her for an Italian.
Tell me why, Daniel. Why are you asking? Is it because you miss Shanti? That's what it is. It's not that you don't want me here. It's that you miss Shanti. And I can understand. I miss her too. She's at a training. So she asked me to fill in for her so that David wouldn't just be sitting here talking to himself. Not that that would be unusual, but
I like how Carol Leslie goes this. Absolutely. If he asks you out, he pays. But asking a man out is a huge no-no. So in the rule book, basically, he's always paying. Basically,
well,
in that rule book, I mean, if you go by those rules, there's no other. She's never asking you out.
clearly I'm a rebel then and break the rules because I have asked a man out on a date before. So
I have never. Just saying.
You've never what?
Asked a man on a date. My parents just had their 54th.
Okay.
But I just want to clarify that.
Right.
There was some question at one point, something about
Okay.
baseball thing or switch hitter. I don't know.
Okay. So here's another point before we get to our game because it's 6:52, David.
Oh shoot!
Yeah. It's
We
6:52.
were moving.
Do you
We
want
do
to
game.
do the game? Let's just do the game.
Let's do the game.
I
All
love.
right.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the rules of the game. Jill Best, though, really quick said, "I've never asked a man out. I stalk him and hope for the best. It worked." That's a true story. She has an incredible man in her life, one of the best men I've ever met. She did stalk him because, anyways, I know she did.
Hiding in the closet.
And now they're together, and I love their love story. Okay, so here's the rules of the game. The producer, Ellie, she's going to text David and I individually, not together. She's going to text us a simple word, and we are going to have to draw it, whatever the word is. Pardon?
You want me to go first?
Well, hold on. I have to give the rules.
Well, I'm gonna say give me a word.
Okay, stop.
I'm telling her.
Okay, Ellie's ready. So what she's going to do is she's going to give us each a word. So like David is going to draw something. There you go. David's going to draw something. And the first viewer to guess the word right, Ellie is going to tell us who it is. And then I have to try to guess what he drew. Okay. The viewer that gets the most of these correctly first is going to win a prize. So pay attention. If you know what it is, type it in so that Ellie can see who it is. Ellie, go ahead and send him a word, and then I will try to guess what it is.
Oh, all right.
You only have a few seconds, David. You have like 15 seconds. If you know what it is, type it out.
You don't know what that is?
You only have like 10 or 15 seconds.
I
Somebody guess? David, you're pretty good. I'm impressed.
upside down backwards. Look at that.
Wait, upside down and backwards? You're doing good. Did anybody guess? Does anybody know what David's drawing? Remember, there's a prize at stake here. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is.
You do?
Come on. Oh, Michelle. Oh, yay! So my fellow Wasilla warrior, my fellow cheerleader, Michelle, you can stop. You only had 15 seconds. David, wipe it off. Michelle Brooks Albright guessed it right. So let me see. David, is it a television? Is it a TV?
It is TV.
Okay.
Just TV.
Just TV.
That's why I went with the old school TV.
Okay.
Oops.
So good job, Michelle. Ellie, you want to text me a word? So proud of her. Good job, Michelle. Oop, what's going on here? What?
All right.
Okay, I can't get my word. Hold on. Oh, I love it. Okay, this is gonna go quick, so I want to see who's.
Whoa.
Oh wait, hold on.
That's
This is gonna
so
go quick.
low.
Okay, hold on. Can you see?
All right. All right, we got it.
Ready, set, go.
Okay. Come on.
This is fun. This is. Hey, let me see if I can do it the other way. Did
Do
you
I get to
guess?
guess first?
No, not until our viewers do.
Okay. Can anybody guess what that is?
I'm not so bad at it as an artist. I'm better than I
You
thought.
are like, yeah.
Oh, Michelle Brooks. All right. Oh, did she get it again?
Michelangelo. Michelle Brooks. No, Michelle. Again.
Again?
All right. It's
Michelle
upside
Brooks.
down boobs.
Swoop, whoop, 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 whoop.
Am I right?
What?
Upside down boobs.
Boobs?
Yeah, turn it over.
It looks like a butt.
No, those are boobs up right side up now. All right. Their hearts.
Baggy boobs.
We know what it is. I had to say something there. Okay.
Okay.
What color pin do we want? Green, blue? Oh, let's see what our word is.
Oh, I got to get another color? Let me
Oh.
get another color.
We can go with. Oh, okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Is it the 2 words or 1? Ellie? I better go with. I think I'm going to put some different colors in here. I'm going to make.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay.
Ready? You only have 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds. Ready?
All right. 10
Go.
Go.
10 seconds.
Who was timing you, by the way?
Oh, me.
Because I wasn't timing you.
Yeah, 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up.
Any idea?
Any idea? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, David. Yikes. What happened to your artistic skills?
It's hard to draw the middle stuff.
Anybody get it?
But I made it green because it's St. Patrick's. You don't know what it is.
You can't get. No, clearly I don't. It looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like one of those shopping bags that has the confetti coming out, or the, like,
What?
you know, like one of those
Nope.
bags.
Lori got it.
Okay, Lori.
What is it, Tanya?
It's a gift bag with like tissue coming out.
No, it is not. You're kidding, right?
Yes.
You know that it's the
Green beer.
sour pizza.
It's green beer.
It is green beer. All right. How about? Oh, we got 2 minutes. We need to tell our story.
Okay. Wait, what? One? Oh yeah, because that's 3.
We
Can you
did.
do
We
one
started late, but we did. We got to tell it.
But no, let's do one more.
Okay, we'll do one more.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Ellie doesn't like me. Ellie,
All right,
come on.
Okay, we're gonna go a little bit over. We were a little bit late.
Okay, Ellie, can you give me another one? Can I wait? I'm gonna text you, Ellie. Can I draw this? I know how to draw this. Oh my gosh. I told her to show me love. Clearly she loves you better, loves you more. Can
I
I
pay her.
just yeah, because you made her. Ellie, can I draw that one that I just texted you, please? Please. If she says no, I'm gonna draw this other one and it's very hard.
All right.
Yes or no, Ellie? Yes or no? Oh, she gave me a thumbs up. Okay, ready? This is
All right.
ready. Here we go.
Boobs.
Yes.
No, they're not. Oh, it's an elephant.
Yeah. Shh.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Kelly Lewis got it.
Okay.
Okay, so they want to know, are we engaged or not? So we have to tell our story. We're going over here. So I want to tell you how I proposed this whole thing. It was really breakfast Sunday morning, and I was sitting across from Tanya, and I said, will you help me with the prank on Shanti? And she said yes. And Shanti turned around and pranked us by posting that. We were out shooting. When she when she had posted this, and it was like 2 hours in, and there were like 50 people going, congratulations. And we're like, what? Shanti, what are you doing?
So basically what happened was David had this crazy idea, and other than one person who I did talk to and apologize, neither David nor I said any untruths. Everything that we said was absolutely true. We did not confirm or deny the engagement. If you look at the picture, it was, look what just happened. And what just happened was,
look what happened. The
Yeah.
only thing was last night. I don't know what that was.
went to the mall and bought a ring. That's exactly what happened. Oh, I can't get it off now. Went to
That's
the
right,
mall and bought a ring, which, by the way, David was so kind to drop me off and yell out the window as he dropped me off in front of the mall. Buy the
Yeah.
biggest one they have. Money is no object. And people
You
were
just
like,
see the reaction on people's faces. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then I pulled up a little bit more and I said, I don't want a dime left in my bank account.
as I get to the door, he tells me, I don't want any money left in my bank account. And all these people outside the mall are like, and this woman was like,
But anyways, we had a good time with it. And with that, and with getting Shanti, but then she got us back. Good.
Yeah.
And
David
by
and
then
I,
we're like, what are we doing here, right?
We
So
we did go shooting, and neither one of us were necessarily on our phone. We were taking pictures, and there
Yeah.
was a break. David was doing some stuff, and so I went ahead and grabbed my phone and went onto Facebook and had a notification that there was a picture in Talk, and lo and behold, it was one of the joke pictures that David and I had sent to Shanti,
yeah,
and wow, she pranked us good. So
you got
we
us
tried
back.
to involve all of you. I need to personally thank and apologize to Logan Ty Thurman and Mark Cook and my tribe in Hawaii and Alaska, Lori and Christy and Michelle. And I need to
Publicity stunt. I
all
don't
of
know.
these people that were texting me and messaging me and saying that they were Dawn Gonzalez, I'm so sorry, because all of you thought that David and I were engaged.
And I wanted to congratulate Janelle for keeping it up with like, hey, what's going on? It's been going on for a long time. And when she knew that wasn't the case.
Actually, Catherine, it was not a publicity stunt.
It wasn't a publicity stunt.
No. It was a prank. We were trying to prank Shanti
You
and
pranked
had
Shanti.
no idea. Like if
Yeah.
you look at the post specifically says that those pictures were taken especially for Shanti, and we had no idea she was going to share them. And that is the honest to goodness truth.
Yeah.
Everything we're saying is
She
the
got
truth.
us back.
Yeah.
I can't believe
What David and I had done was we did videotape 3 videos for publicity for the show, but it had
yeah,
nothing
previous.
to do with engagement. In fact,
Yeah.
we didn't even have this joke on
Yeah, it was Sunday.
until the next day at breakfast.
Yeah. And actually, I was the one who's like, hey, I'm just going to tell her that we've been dating for a while and, we're engaged, blah, blah, blah. And Tanya was like, oh, no, you got to do it. She's not going to believe that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? She goes, no, you got to have a picture of a ring and everything else. Let's go get a ring. We looked up a place, went out to the mall. She picked up a nice, expensive ring. Was that it?
This was at icing,
All $14?
$14.06. Icing.
The bank was broke. Anyways, so
I will tell you that David had this planned out that he wanted to keep it from Shanti. When he sent those pictures, his idea was to have this joke going for a week.
Yeah.
And literally when she called, shocked that we were engaged and she didn't know about it, I
yeah,
was telling him, I can't do this anymore.
yeah. So we,
Literally like 10 hours later or 8 hours later.
but it had already been, yeah. The
Yeah.
other thing is like, what do we do here? Oh, well,
I couldn't do it. So
Oh,
it
well.
wasn't a publicity stunt. I thank everybody.
so we had fun.
Seriously, I'm so grateful. It's a wonderful feeling that so many people were supportive and happy for us, even though it was fake. that they were just so congratulatory. And for the friends that my personal friends who firmly believed this, it broke my heart. I would text David every night saying, this is killing me because these people are so happy for us. So,
But guys, just so you know, Tanya Griggs is back on the market. Oh, some of you don't want to know.
maybe. Anyway, thank you for not lynching us. Thank you for
I know, right? Shanti was gonna call in. She didn't call in.
Yeah, well, she said that she was going to try, but she wasn't. So, thank you for allowing me to be your guest host again. I always have fun with you.
I know, it's fun.
Yeah.
Great. Maybe you can guest host for me.
Except for Daniel. Oh, James Smith. James Smith would love to guest host for you, and he and I, or even he and Shanti, would have great conversations. And he has this wonderful voice. His voice is amazing. You would have viewers lined up. Yeah.
All right.
Great voice. So anyway, thank you so much.
Maybe.
Except for Daniel. Daniel was like, where's Shanti? I want Shanti. Don't, Shanti.
Right.
Whatever, Daniel Lofi.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
All right. Huh?
I said, I know who his favorite is.
Yeah, obviously he wasn't looking at you, so I don't know. It's very nice of him to do that. But
okay. Thank you, Michelle. She said it was fun to watch us.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Oh, we're sending, I guess, Michelle a coffee cup, right? Oh,
yes. Oh,
join us, Shanti Niven and Dave. Oh, that was not it.
oh, Ellie. That's for you, Ellie. Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you guys.
Yes.
All right, have a good night. Bye.
Bye.